You all, welcome back to Pearls of Eden. Thank you for joining me for today's hot topic, boycotting Target. Should we as believers boycott Target because they no longer support DEI programs? My question to that is, are you going to boycott life? Because there are many companies who do not support DEI. They just have not put you on notice. And so the outrage is kind of ridiculous in my point of view, because DEI doesn't even affect mostly or majority of Black people. It really affects white women, you all. So this outrage and making this an issue for the Black community, I am very confused about. But let's take a listen to Jamal Bryant as he explains to his congregation why they should sign a covenant, keyword, for a 40-day fast to boycott Target. You heard me. I said sign a covenant. Take a look.
Conscientious Christian community all over this country, the conscientious Christian community all over this country, I am calling for a 40-day fast from Target. Beginning on March the 5th, 100,000 conscientious Christians. You don't have to be Black, Latino, Asian, white, 100,000. You're going to sign this commitment to be a part of this 40-day fast. 100,000 of you, bare minimal. I'm asking you that after service, you'll go to targetfast.org. targetfast.org. I want you to share with everybody on your job, every person in your home, every person in your sphere of influence, every person who follows you on social media. I am believing for 100,000 people are going to sign this covenant commitment of not just prayer, but fasting from Target. Here's what is amazing. Listen to me, because what we learned from the Montgomery bus boycott is that racist America doesn't respond to speeches. They respond to dollars. Come on, and if they start losing $29 million a day for 40 days, we will break the back of the system. I want to go on record that not only am I asking you to fast for 40 days from Target, I am telling you to sell all of your Target stock.
First of all, I don't make a vow or a covenant only unto God in marriage, right? A covenant is not to be broken. A covenant is serious, you all. And to say that you're going to go to boycotttarget.com and sign a covenant is out of order, in my opinion, in my humble opinion. And if we're going to do a 40-day fast, you all, can we do a 40-day fast on not being an adulterer? Can we do a 40-day fast and not being a womanizer? Can we do a 40-day fast, on standing on the word of God and helping to have clarity and having a heart of understanding to do what the Lord calls us all to do if we're going to do a 40-day fast, right? There's a lot of fasting that can go on, but to do a 40-day fast to boycott Target because they are telling you they do not want to be attached to the DEI programming, which, there are so many other companies, like I've said before, that they do not believe in the DEI. They're not supporting it any longer. They're doing away with it. They just haven't put you on blast. They just didn't put a notification to say, hey, we are canceling the DEI. So what are you going to do? And here's the thing with the fake outrage. I hate to say it, but I feel like it's fake outrage, because you're not boycotting Facebook. You're not boycotting Meta. Hello? Come on, you all. Let's keep it real. DEI programming is being cut from schools. Are you gonna not send your kids to school? Last time I checked, classrooms are heavy and full and fully booked, okay? The selective outrage is so fascinating. And I want you to take a listen to what Tiffany Montgomery says when she was asked, How do you feel about President Trump cutting all of the DEI funding? Take a listen to what she said, because this woman of God was right on the money.
How do you feel about what Trump is doing right now with the DEI and all the targets and everybody? I don't feel nothing. Because sometime last year or the year before that, I had already boycotted Target for playing in your God's face. Let's be very clear. When Target had put them devil worshiper clothes at the front of their store, and they had started playing around with the spirit of perversion and targeting only your children and positioning their merchandise at the front of the store for your kids, I was already off of them, and Target was one of my favorite stores. But one thing I don't play about is somebody playing in God's face, and Target is very good for doing that. So the mere fact that they all of a sudden showed you that they also not just don't like your God, but also don't like your skin color, I'm just not understanding what all this selective outrage is about, especially from Christians. We got to be very careful in 2025 that we don't make our skin color an idol, because there is no way that your outrage is more potent because it's about black people than it was about your God. You should have been boycotted.
Yes, Tiffany Montgomery, come on. She is bringing the heat and the truth. Where was your outrage when they were putting rainbow flags on display, when they were making all kinds of clothing that went against the Most High and what we stand for as believers? Where was your outrage? There was none. You weren't trying to boycott. You were up there supporting it hand in hand, right? Let's keep it a buck. And so she's right. People are making their race an idol. And so often people put their culture above kingdom. They put race above kingdom. And when you come into the knowledge of who Christ is and you truly walk as a child of God, you just no longer see things black and white, and you understand that you are a new creation. There's neither Jew nor Greek. You are a kingdom citizen, and you just don't make you can love who you are. You can be grateful that God, hey, made you black or made you this, without making it an idol, right? When it becomes the sole identity to who you are, we've got a problem. And like she said so beautifully, people are making their race their idol. And sadly, it is causing people to stay in their emotions, and you can never get healed. You can never, arise higher because you're constantly being pulled down to the past. You're constantly looking back like Lot's wife. And you can never move into your future because you're always woulda, coulda, this happened to me, and you keep pulling the Band-Aid off instead of letting the wound heal. Let the wound heal so you can move forward. It doesn't mean that you don't know your history, but you just don't keep looking back, looking for an excuse, looking and having this mentality that everyone is against me. You're a believer. You're a child of the Most High God. If God be for you, who can be against you? And it just goes back to what we were talking about in our conversation, that if you make DEI your God, if you make it your source, then you're neglecting and you're not understanding that the Most High God is the one who's in control of whether you get a job or who hires you and orders your steps. You are putting all of this provision on this program instead of the Most High. It's so dangerous, you all. So I wanted to share with you all because I thought it was really, it's just really so sad to see the church going in this direction and falling for any and everything. I mean, my people perish for a lack of knowledge, and I will pray for Jamal Bryant, because the way he's leading his congregation, we are all held accountable in how we teach and how we lead, especially men of God. So I will pray for him, and I will leave it at that. You can come to your own conclusions. But of all the things that we could be fasting for, that's it.